So as the title of this video suggests, I've just started a planted tank. And I know you're used to seeing videos like this with all the African cichlids, and I'm not getting rid of those, but I do want to kind of experience something new in the hobby, so that's what I'm trying. If you've just come to this video to watch the planted stuff, but you like what you see here, make sure you subscribe, and I'll be bringing you more African cichlid videos soon, as well as the planted tank video series that I'm about to start. So let's get going. And I hope you enjoy my first attempt at aquascaping a tank. So the nutrient-rich substrate that I've chosen for the 10 gallon is the Aquasoil Amazonia, and although it is a little pricey, I thought it was worth getting, as people online say it's the best to get. First off, I just had to take all the fry out of the 10 gallon and move them back up to the 55. Once I'd cleaned the 10 gallon tank, I then added the Amazonia to the tank, although I only used about half a bag. I sloped the substrate more towards the back, and at this point I had somewhat of an idea of what I wanted to try and achieve. This was the first little aquascape that I came up with, and I'm definitely keeping that cave. This is the bird's eye view, and as you can see, it is sloped quite a lot at the back to give the illusion of depth. Although it is just a 10 gallon, it still looks pretty spacious, and whatever fish I choose to put in here, I'm sure they'll have plenty of room. After playing around with the scape a few more times, I eventually decided that I wanted to add some sand from the 55 and the 75 through the cave to kind of give it a little bit more contrast. This meant moving a lot of the aquasoil around, and although it were a pain, it was definitely worth it for the end result. As I said, I just took the sand out of the two African cichlid tanks that I've got, and this was how it looked with no water in. You can see what I'm trying to do here, and that's to create a little bit of contrast in the tank. And at this point I was pretty happy with how it looked, so I started filling it very, very slowly, using this container to make sure I didn't disrupt the sand and especially the ADA Aquasoil too much during the filling process. As you can probably see through this sped up video, the water does get a little cloudy, especially toward the middle portion, once the sloped area of the ADA soil starts to go underwater. But it didn't take too long to clear up. This is literally 20 minutes later, and you can see it's relatively cloudy, but I just made sure I put some polyfill in the bottom of the filter and then just a sponge, and that would really help to get the finer particles out of the water and clear it up. So this is the tank a day later, and I've been doing 50% water changes on this just to rid it of its cloudiness, as that's what hobbyists suggest when you use ADA Aquasoil. As you can see here, I've got some java moss, and then I managed to get some flourish glue from our local fish store. And the plan is to spread the java moss all over the rocks and kind of make it look like an overgrown rock structure before any of the plants come in. So this is how it looked once I'd finished gluing all the java moss to the rocks, and overall I really, really like it. So I know it's far from perfect, but it's my first little aquascape, first little planting session using the Seachem Glue, and as you can see there on the right rock, I used a little bit too much there and it's spotted a little bit, but once the java moss grows you won't even see that. And I'm really looking forward to this just covering the entire rock face. I think it'll look really, really good. So lastly, I have got some low-tech plants in mind for the right and left side for this tank, but obviously I'm not really experienced in planted tanks, so if you are and you want to help me out, leave a comment down below with some suggestions, and that'd be greatly appreciated. Additionally, stay tuned for more African cichlid videos and more videos on this planted tank. as in the next video we'll be planting some low-tech basic plants on the right and left side, so make sure you don't miss it, and we'll see you on the next one.